Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I have a video about the pharmacy or pharmacist licensing in Canada. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something very important that most probably a lot of you don't know about, and unfortunately you don't know about until you're halfway through your pharmacist licensing processes, and or maybe you passed all the exams and then bam, they give you the news, which could be a little bit surprising or shocking to some of you. It's basically the International Pharmacy Grad Program. Now, I know that a lot of you haven't heard anything about that. Some of you might have heard about it or read about it somewhere. So I'm going to talk to you about it in this video and try as much as possible show you information and give you information about what is it and how much does it cost. Now, for those of you who are new on the channel, this channel is all about clinical pharmacy practice in North America. I teach you how to become clinical pharmacists. I also teach you how to pass your OSCE exam, and there's a chapter about immigrating to Canada too for pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, and anyone else who's a skilled worker. It would work for you too. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. This helps my channel to rank on YouTube, and so more people can benefit from the information provided. Now, back to our video for today. So what is this International Pharmacy Grad Program? So it's basically a program that every province prepared for pharmacists who are willing to become licensed in Canada to prepare them to become a pharmacist in Canada, basically prepare them for the market, make them as much close to a Canadian grad as possible. And basically they made it mandatory for all pharmacists that all of you have to go through this process, unfortunately. Earlier, a few years ago, before they came up with the International Pharmacy Grad Program, you would go for an internship, which is a training program. You just join a pharmacy and train for a few certain hours that are determined by the College of Pharmacists. And after you finish your internship, you apply for a license and you become licensed in Canada, in whichever province you practiced in. This has changed, so now they created this International Pharmacy Grad Program. And as you can see, I'm on the Ontario College of Pharmacists website. It doesn't matter which college of pharmacists you're applying for. It could be Alberta, it could be British Columbia, it could be Ontario, or any other province. We have 10 provinces in Canada. Most of them, the majority of these provinces, have adapted this system, so you'll have to go through the International Pharmacy Grad Program. I think there's one or two provinces that still offer the internship option. So if you really want to run away from the International Pharmacy Program and don't want to go through it, you might want to apply for any other province. Most of you would apply for Ontario, I'm pretty sure. Even I applied for Ontario pharmacist license, and then I moved to when I didn't find a lot of interesting jobs in Ontario, I moved to BC, and then I decided to stay in BC. So I know most people who are immigrating to Canada would prefer Ontario because it's closer to, it's in the East Coast, so closer to other countries. But a few of you might have other provinces in mind. So I would, what I would encourage you to do is to go to the website of the College of Pharmacists and see what they offer in terms of licensing. So for example, we'll start with Ontario College of Pharmacists, and here it tells you a little bit about the pathway for international grads. So step one, you should apply or enroll in the Pharmacists Gateway Canada. If you haven't done that already, you should read about Pharmacist Gateway Canada. I have another video to explain to you how to apply or enroll in the Pharmacist Gateway Canada. This is mandatory, and there's a fee for that too. And then step number 2 is to do the document evaluation and take the evaluating exam with the PEBC. You probably know that already. Step number 3 would be the International Pharmacy grad program, and then you register as a student. And then step number 4 would be the practice assessment of competence at entry, which is called the PACE. And then that includes the jurisprudence exam and registering as an intern. Step number 5 would be to take the qualifying exam. So you see, how far are you from the qualifying exam? You're pretty far away. That's only for Ontario, by the way. And then step number 6, final application for the certificate of registration as a pharmacist, and then you become a pharmacist. But for today's video's sake, I'm only going to talk about the IPG program, which is the International Pharmacy Grad program. I'm going to click it here. It's going to take you right away to the University of Toronto website, and specifically the page that talks about the International Pharmacy Grad program. A little bit of overview here, and course overview. Look down here. It's actually a 23-week full-time online program consisting of 2 academic terms, the CPS 1 and CPS 2. So you need to prepare yourself. It's going to be a 23-week online program, and the good thing is that it's online. It talks a little bit about pharmacotherapy here, a little bit about medication management, foundations of pharmacy practice, and then CPS 2, again, pharmacotherapy, medication management, foundations, and some labs. And that's pretty much it over 23-week period. Now, for some of you, 23 weeks might sound okay, but for others, if you're not prepared for that long, you might want to reconsider a different province maybe that offers a shorter duration for the training program, or a province that doesn't offer the IPG yet. I'll skip schedules. You can read that on your time, but I wanted to show you this very important part of it, the tuition and financial assistance. Most of you, I should say, will not qualify for financial assistance, but they have to put it there. But again, it's not going to harm to apply for that, because as you can see, for the CPS 1, you end up paying $6,965 plus tax. The tax is usually around 12%. And then for CPS 2, it's the same amount. So if you add up this amount, let me do it on my calculator here. So basically, you end up paying about $16,000 for the full course. About that much, yeah, including the tax. So $16,000. Convert that to your currency wherever you live, and think about it if you're actually able to afford that. And then look at the financial aid part here. There's one with Scotia Bank, and there's another one with Windmill micro lending. Of course, these financial assistance methods are basically loans that you end up paying later on. So you take a loan from a bank or a lender, and then you pay it over how many months they agree about with you. But of course, there has to be some collateral. Like, they're not going to give you a loan when you live in another country and they don't know anything about you and you don't have any collateral. Most probably, this will work for international grads who already live in Canada and have a life in Canada. Basically, someone who has parents in Canada or has a brother or a sister who works in Canada and can be the collateral for that loan. But again, explore it, look at it, and see what they offer, and hopefully it works for everyone. Of course, there's a deadline to apply for such a course. They have to complicate it even more. It's not available anytime in the year. So here you find some dates about when is the deadline to apply, when is the deadline to pay the tuition fee for each one of the terms. And even if you decide to withdraw, you don't want to take it anymore, you might not get all your money. It's depending on when you applied for a withdrawal. So make sure to read everything, including the fine print. So yeah, this is basically something that most of you don't know about, and I know that, and I know it might be shocking, and I really wanted to bring it to your attention before you go through the process of applying to become a pharmacist in Canada and then suddenly realize, oh my God, I have to pay $16,000 to this place, this university, to take a course that no one told me about. Now, this is Ontario. Let's take a look at some other provinces. I did actually do my research earlier, and I noticed that British Columbia offers the same thing. It's about $15,000 in British Columbia, so only about $1,000 less. I could be wrong. It might be the same, but I couldn't find any other information. Alberta has the same course, also costs same amount. So the interesting province I found was Manitoba. Let's go to Manitoba. So Manitoba's website is not working. So, let's take a look at Newfoundland here. So this is another province, Newfoundland and Labrador, one of the Canadian provinces. I don't know if anyone has plans to work in Newfoundland. It's one of the coldest provinces, but it is also one of the interesting provinces in regards to international pharmacy grad registration. And over here you find for grads of international pharmacy programs, so I'm going to click that one. They have a guideline here, and it says number one, applicants must complete a minimum of 1120 hours. So 1120 hours, 1120 hours of practical training with an approved preceptor. So that means they don't have the IPG program yet, and you can go with an internship instead. However, excuse me, they have that's a lot of hours. That's 1120 hours. That's too many hours, considering that you can't work more than 40 hours a week. Nobody will accept more than 40 hours a week. So if you divide 1120 divided by 40, you need 28 weeks of internship, at least, training. And I should tell you right now that most pharmacies will only hire you for about 20 to 30 hours a week. They won't even hire you for 40 hours a week. And it will be free. They won't even pay you unless you're very lucky and you end up with a pharmacy manager that is really good and really nice and pays you a little bit for your internship. Otherwise, it will be free. So 28 weeks free. That's at least. If they offer you less hours per week, let's say they offer you only 20 hours per week, so that's 1120 divided by 20. That means you have to work for a whole year in order to get your hours done. I'm not trying to sound really pessimistic or anything, but I have to tell you before you find out on your own. So this is basically just to give you a heads up that this is coming up soon and you have to prepare for it. I have seen a lot of students that came from other countries and they had no idea how many hours they need to do as an intern. No idea that they have to go through the IPG program, and they couldn't even afford it. They couldn't afford the IPG program, and most of them actually passed all exams. When they first started the IPG program, I knew some students who passed the evaluating exam, the OSCE and the qualifying part 1. They even passed the jurisprudence exam and they were ready to apply for an internship, and then they went to the College of Pharmacists in BC and asked to apply for an internship, and suddenly they told them, no, you have to apply for the IPG now. It's a new program, and they tried to negotiate that with them because they've already passed everything before the IPG program came to life. But the College of Pharmacists still refused, and some of these students actually went back home because they couldn't afford $15,000 for a program, especially that they already passed all the exams. So what are you going to teach me that I didn't ace already, I didn't know about already, because I passed all your exams? So just to give you a heads up, but yeah, Newfoundland is one province that doesn't require the IPG yet. That can change anytime soon. I don't know when, but it seems as of now they haven't changed their rules. Manitoba, their website is not working, but I had the information earlier today, and they also don't require the IPG course. They don't have the IPG course yet. So all you need to do is 600 hours of internship in Manitoba. So you might want to take notes of these provinces now. So that's Manitoba and Newfoundland that don't have the IPG program. Pretty much everyone else, I have Nunavut. Nunavut and Northwest Territories. I had no idea what do they offer there, because I even tried to Google their colleges of pharmacists and I couldn't find any information. But I don't expect any of you to go to Northwest Territories or Nunavut, because these are the coldest and harshest weather in Canada, and no immigrant goes there unless you really have a super good offer to go to these areas. Because immigrants basically come from really hot countries, and it's impossible to survive in such really cold parts of Canada. But I couldn't find any information anyways. They maybe don't have the IPG program there to make it easier for people to go to these areas of Canada. So you might want to take note and research these provinces too. Nova Scotia, they have an IPG program, very similar to Ontario. New Brunswick, same thing. Alberta, same thing. BC, same thing. And Ontario, same thing. And basically, these are the provinces that most immigrants will go to. If you can't afford the $15,000, I would actually recommend to take the course, because it will help you, especially if you take it before the OSCEs. It will help you with the OSCE exam. But again, it's a matter of whether you can afford it or not. If you can get a loan at your home country and pay for the course, because you don't have to come to Canada right away, you can still pay the loan in your home country somehow before you come here. That might work. I know some people who did that, took the course, took a loan from their home countries. Excuse me. People who lived in, for example, in Dubai, they took a loan. They used to work there, and they took a loan based on their work. Took the course, took all the exams while they still live in Dubai, and then paid off the loan over a year or something, and then they came to Canada. So that would be another way to do it. But hopefully you all can afford it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up about that part. That's all I have for today's video. If you have any questions about this part, ask me in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you. Also, if you're looking to come to any of the provinces that do not offer the IPG, such as Manitoba, and you don't know how to apply for internship in these provinces, I can maybe guide you through that too. Just let me know in the comments or email me. You find my email in the description part. and I can maybe guide you to find a pharmacy that you can do the internship in. I don't live in any of these provinces, but I know how to find these pharmacies, so I can just guide you on how to find it. I know it could be difficult when we come to Canada and you're still new and you don't know anyone here. It will be very difficult at first. So any help from anyone should be actually good for you and should put you on the right track. And that's what I'm trying to do on this channel. So thanks for watching today's video. I'll be back with more videos about the OSCE soon. I'm preparing a bunch of them, and hopefully some of you or all of you found some good information in today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot, and activate the bell so that you get notified of my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.